Maraming mga tao akong nakakasalubong sa araw-araw. Karamihan sa kanila, di ko nga kilala, miski ang kanilang mga pangalan. Kahit na minsan ang kanilang mga braso ay tumatama na sa akin. Masakit nga kung minsan eh. Tapos, ang kanilang mga anino ay minsan ko na ring natatapakan. Pero okay lang naman, hindi naman yun masakit at hindi mo naman nararamdaman. Tapos kung susubukan ko silang pakinggan, halos hindi ko na maintindihan ang kanilang mga boses. Masyadong malakas, masyadong mahina, o di kaya naman nagsasabay-sabay. Pero when you think about it, yung mga tao na ating nakikita na dadaanan o di kaya nakakasabay, may mga kanila-kanilang buhay. Baka nga yung buhay nila kasing bigat ng buhay mo o di kaya naman kasing kakomplikado ng buhay ng kaibigan mo. At higit sa lahat, baka nga mas masakit o kasing sakit ng buhay mo. This is Sonder. Everyone thinks they are the main character. The camera is always on them, their struggles, their growth, and their fame. The world becomes a backdrop, a supporting cast, a crowd that exists only to react. This belief is actually not accidental, it is taught. Contemporary society rewards visibility. We are encouraged to document our lives, to narrate our experiences, to frame ourselves as stories worth watching. Social media teaches us how to edit reality, what to keep, what to cut, what deserves applause. Slowly, without noticing, we begin to believe that our perspective is the most important one, that our fame is the deepest, that our voice should be the loudest. Everyone becomes the main character in their own carefully curated world. But real life does not work like a film. Real life does not work like a film. There is no single storyline, no central hero, no background characters, only overlapping lives colliding briefly before moving on. This is where Sonder interrupts the narrative. Sonder is the realization that every person you pass is also the main character of their own little world. Main character thinking makes empathy difficult. When we see ourselves as the center, other becomes obstacles. People who inconvenience us, disagree with us, or fail to play their accepted roles. The slow worker is annoying, not exhausted. The quiet classmate is boring, not overwhelmed. The angry stranger is rude, not hurting. Main character syndrome simplifies people because complexity is inconvenient. Sonder forces complexity back in. In contemporary society, this mindset has consequences. Online, disagreement becomes personal attack. Correction becomes humiliation. Accountability becomes cancellation. We stop asking why and rush to decide who is wrong. Because in a main character narrative, there is always a villain. And villains do not get context. Social media intensifies this. Algorithms prioritize emotion over understanding, reaction over reflection. People perform pain because pain gets attention. They perform strength because vulnerability is risky. Lives becomes content. Trauma becomes storyline. Healing becomes aesthetic. And everyone is competing to be the most compelling protagonist. Sonder quietly asks, what happens to the rest of the cast? We forget that strangers are not NPCs. They do not exist to test our patience, validate our opinions, or feel the background of our days. They have inner monologues we will never hear. They are living through moments that would break us if we had to carry them ourselves. But main character thinking teaches us not to notice. In cities, this detachment becomes normal. We'll learn how to ignore eye contact, how to walk past suffering, how to disappear into crowds. Urban life demands emotional distance. Feeling everything would be unbearable. But Sonder reminds us that emotional distance comes at a cost. When everyone centers themselves, loneliness becomes collective. We live surrounded by people who feel unseen, recognized by their usernames, but not understood. Heard only when they are loud, noticed only when they disrupt. Sonder reveals a painful truth. Many people are fighting silent battles while the world scrolls past them. And we are part of that world. This does not mean we should erase ourselves. Sonder is not about shrinking your story. It is about remembering that your story exists alongside millions of others. That your pain matters, but it is not the only pain. That your voice is important, but it is not the only one. In a society obsessed with being seen, Sonder asks us to see, to hesitate before judging, to soften before reacting, to remember that harm and healing are rarely simple. It challenges the idea that life is a solo journey, because it never was. Everyone thinks they are the main character until they realize they are also someone else's stranger. And in that realization, something shifts. Ego loosens its grip, empathy quietly enters. Not loudly, not in a very heroic way, but in the small moments. When we pause before judging, when we listen instead of assuming. Sonder, it does not fix society. It does not erase inequality. It does not undo harm. And it does not make us automatically kind. But it changes how we move through it. It changes the way we look at strangers, the way we interpret silence, the way we respond to conflict. It reminds us that every person we overlook is carrying a narrative just as detailed, just as fragile, just as unfinished as our own. A story shaped by choices, losses, routines, and quiet battles we will never fully see. And maybe, just maybe, the world feels heavy, not because people are too much or they care too much, but because it is full of main characters, forgetting they share the same story, all moving through the same crowded frame, all believing their pain is singular, when in truth, It is deeply shared.